Hello students. Now listen to the further details on the poem A Leisure. Written by William Henry Davis, Leisure is a beautiful poem. It tells us that life has become so fast, hectic and tense that people have no time to enjoy the beauties of nature. The burden of worries and shortage of time have rendered man incapable of appreciating the boons of nature. Man is so much lost in the hectic routine life that natural beauty lies scattered around him, but he has no time for it. Life is not worth living if it is full of worries and anxieties. Beauties of nature are scattered around us. Beauties of nature are scattered around us, but it is a pity we have no time to enjoy them. We have no time to stand under a shady tree and stare leisurely, that is, look at things leisurely, like cows and sheep. When we pass through woods, we have no time to see where squirrels hide their nuts in grass. We have no time to see how rivers shimmer under the sunlight. The surface of the river reflects the sunlight. It appears as if it is star-studded sky. It appears as if it is star-studded sky. We are indifferent to beauties of nature. We are having hardly any interest to beauties of nature. This is what is true about the modern man, modern people. We are indifferent to beauties of nature. All natural things are permeated by the spirit of beauty. Beauty spreads smiles around us, but unfortunately, we are in such a hurry that we can't even enjoy its rich smile. It is indeed a matter of pity we have no time to admire beauties of nature. Let's talk about the title. The title Leisure is very appropriate for this poem. Leisure is indeed a luxury for the modern man who is completely lost in hectic activities of life. He can't afford it. The poet regrets this absorption. He wishes man could continue to enjoy beauties of nature, but he has no spare time. Let's talk about the theme. Human life has become so fast, hectic, and busy that modern man is left with no time for entertainment and enjoyment in the lap of nature. All beautiful objects of nature are permeated by the Spirit of God. They are there for human beings to enjoy, but unfortunately, modern man is so busy. He has no time to admire the beauties scattered around him. The message that we derive from the poem is that indifference to nature is harmful for man. That is, reluctance to nature is harmful for man. The beauties of nature are the blessings of God. They are a source of joy and solace for the troubled mind, that is, peace for the troubled mind. If man alienates himself from them, that is, if a man separates himself from them, his life will become dull and boring. Now let's further talk about the literary devices employed in the poem, used in the poem. First of all, simile. What is simile? It is a figure of speech in which one thing is compared to another in such a way as to clarify and enhance an image. It is an explicit comparison recognizable by the use of words like or as. In the poem, we have examples: the streams full of stars, like skies at night. The streams are compared with the sky at night by the use of words like. Next, we have alliteration in the poem. It is a figure of speech in which consonants, especially in the beginning of words or stressed syllables, are repeated. The use of alliteration enhances the musical effect of the line or poem. No time to see when woods we pass. Sound so occurs thrice in this line. And stare as long as sheep or cows. Sound so occurs repeatedly. The streams full of stars like a sky at night. Sound so occurs thrice in this line. Now we have repetition. In order to create musical effect, poets often repeat single words or phrases. Sometimes even whole stanzas at intervals are repeated. This is done to emphasize a point or to lend unity to a piece. Examples: the expression no time appears 7 times in the poem. 6 times it appears in the beginning of the couplet. This repetition of no time lays a special stress on the highly busy life of modern man. Again, the expression full of care and stand and stare appears twice in the poem. These expressions refer to modern man's worries and anxieties and shortage of time. Next, we have another literary device, personification. It is a literary device by which objects, qualities, animals, birds, etc. are represented as human beings. Example in the poem, in the third stanza: no time to wait till her mouth can, and reach the smile her eyes began. Nature has been personified as a beautiful girl on the verge of showering a smile. Another literary device is rhyme. When the last words of lines in a poem have a similar sound, we call it rhyme or rhyming words. Examples in the poem you have care and stare, bows and cows, pass and grass, light and night, glance and dance, etc. Further, we have another literary device which is rhythm. Rhythm is regular occurrence of stress, long, short sounds. Rhythm is regular occurrence of stressed, long or short sounds. Example: what is this life if, full of care, we have no time to stand and stare.